Fabio Quartararo, the World Championship leader, on the front row with Franco Morbidelli and Jack Miller. Bagnaia, Nakagami, he's back in the middle of row 5 in 14th place. Row 3, Vinales, Aleix Espargaro and Rins. Mir 17th on the grid in the middle of that 6th row ahead of his brother Marini. Petrucci, Alex Marquez, Lecuona are on row. MotoGP for the former Moto2 World Champion. He's replacing the injured Jorge Martin at Pramac Ducati.
The sun is shining, we have blue skies, there's a tiny bit of breeze just to take the heat away from you. As they in Doha and Portugal.
Well, a hat-trick, it'd be the perfect time to have a football celebration. He's done Mbappe, he's done...
Won't we, if he's able to do that. Let's pop down to pit lane quickly and get some thoughts pre-race from Pierre.
They've chosen what they have and what you expect to happen tyre-wise in the race.
Yes, the majority with a soft front, so the medium rear is the best compromise in between durability, so the grip is good, it's quite consistent. On the front, the medium one, it gives you more grip in maximum lean, when you are in the maximum lean, so all solution will be good for a nice race.
Thank you, Piero.
Thank you very much. Not a problem. At the start of this race, the yellow flag's waving, but now he's... Good start that from Fabio Quartararo and Morbidelli as well.
There's
Quartararo
Miller.
gets swallowed. It's gone wrong.
Got second. Bagnaia also got through on Fabio Quartararo, so Quartararo from pole has been pushed back down
Up to 5th ahead of Nakagami, and Mir is there as well. There is Maverick Vinales just ahead of Alex Rins.
Terrible start for Jean through the first sector. 4 places down already.
Franco Morbidelli looking to try and challenge.
It's on the factory Aprilia. Starting on the middle of the 3rd row in 8th. He's already got himself up into 5th.
He's a bit busy there down for
Pedrosa corner, Steve. He was having a bit of a tussle there with Marquez.
Espargaro 12th. Binder did not get off to a good for him.
Well, Franco Morbidelli and Fabio Quartararo did get the big red blur flying by them. It was in the form of Thrills 2021. Goes on and on and on. A nightmare start for him.
Yeah, he looked time, and for the first time in 2021, Jack Miller will lead across the line. Here we go into turn 1. Miller, so far, everything looking pretty rosy. Bradle's in there with Espargaro and Marc Marquez, then he's dropped back to 14th now.
Really poor first lap.
The 2 Suzuki's then have made Brinder's gone down.
Quartararo's just taken Bagnaia, I think, for 3rd place.
Oh, twitch there from the Ducati of Pecco Bagnaia. They're side by side. They're closing up on Morbidelli as well.
But Bagnaia with that brute horsepower, the Ducati. Disaster, no other word for it. Pure and utter disaster for Alex Rins in terms of his championship. In Portimao 2 weeks ago, and he's an early faller here at turns.
Running well as well. He was 12th place. He was only 3/10 behind Marc Marquez, but crash.
He has rejoined the race, as did Alex Rins, as did Brad Binder as well. 6.
Only on lap 3. That's fine, that'll do. 5th place for now. Not bad at all. You know he comes on strong at the end of races as the inside of Franco.
And Aleix Espargaro brilliantly as well with a similar move right behind those 2 Yamahas.
Though, with the power of the Ducati, but he's not.
Over very, very quickly, because when this happened here in both Spanish Grand Prix and Andalusia Grand Prix last year, 7, 8, 9 bike lengths between himself and Jack Miller. More pain and no gain.
And then further back, you really see the start of that. But yeah,
these only second right now for Jack Miller, but it would be a massive...
He's using the speed of his Ducati to get alongside Aleix Espargaro, and that will be so frustrating for the Aprilia.
Nothing that Espargaro could do about that was that as long as Bagnaia gets that rear tyre hooked up coming through Ducati breakers, certainly the latest Ducati breaker, he's taken over that mantle from Andrea Dovizioso in 2020.
Here is Alex Rins. Bagnaia will get an opportunity to close up on that A-Spec Yamaha.
Brilliant performance by the Australian.
Yeah,
he's just
great.
keeping that pressure on Fabio Quartararo, just trying to hope it might just pressurise Quartararo into some kind of mistake. In the past though, when Fabio Quartararo, he's normally bulletproof, rock solid, does not make a mistake.
Edge close enough to the number 21. This is the battle for 3rd place, remember.
Place for Pecco Bagnaia. He's got a long way to go, a lot of time to find his way through. 8.4, Steve, that's brilliant speed. That's only 3 or 4 tenths slower than the top 2 men in the race at the moment. Brilliant.
Around these fast right-handers here at Jerez, spectacular speed through turns 11 and now front still 1.2. Jack Miller 1.4, sorry, through the final sector. We'll keep track on
that Bagnaia's got, and it's quite a big one, is that Morbidelli was brilliant. Has been all weekend through that 4th, stronger all weekend than Morbidelli in that 4th split.
Both Vinales and Mir, or Mir and Vinales, in the low 138s. as we get close to halfway distance here in the Spanish. His chances.
Well, let's Heyman sedate than the one he had there last year, because that was a monster. Big high side.
He went straight on, didn't he, into turn 5 in the first race,
Yeah, and then in the second one he'd already hit Oliveira and then high side. Is he about to just get tipped off on that 2-year-old aging wise as RM1, and he's still able to keep Pecco Bagnaia at bay.
Just in the background there, Aleix Espargaro was just a touch quicker. 3 races. Nakagami's right tucked up behind him as well. At the moment, I'm sure that Gigi Dell'Igna. What's happened here at the front is as Quartararo side, Fabio Quartararo, and he's
trying to conserve tyres. I mean,
something's wrong.
You don't just roll out of a 1.5 second lead, do you, to save tyres? It doesn't happen.
There'll be some nervous faces over in the Monster Energy Yamaha garage.
A major issue. Jerez MotoGP Grand Prix.
Look at the Ducati guys. They are so nervous. Lynn Jarvis is...
Bagnaia's about half a second clear already. Now the gap between Miller and Quartararo. Quartararo against another mid one.
With the Yamaha of Fabio Quartararo. I mean, it can't be tyres. They can't just fall off a cliff.
Cook the tyres.
Yeah, has he overcooked the tyre? How quick he is. Look, here he goes.
Fabio Quartararo is not racing at this point.
No, he's about to come past as well. There's not going to be a podium here for Fabio Quartararo, which is cruel luck.
Quite incredible. Fabio Quartararo did allude to a little bit on Friday, Steve, about being caught passing, isn't it?
I mean, what a moment this is going to be for Jack Miller on the other side of the coin, because down in the dumps, but he said he was going to dig deep. He's dug deep before, and now we see straight through for Morbidelli.
Oh, was it Aragon? Yeah, that they overheated the front tyre. Basically, not. And then
5, and he goes straight forward up the inside of Fabio Quartararo.
Oh, he's a bit wide and deep there with Nakagami, and Mir has picked off Aleix Espargaro as well. He was caught now. He can see he's got the speed there, close there.
Quartararo is not only going to lose this race with Grand Prix and the early championship chase.
Quartararo, you really do. It's unfair. It is unfair. We'll find out and pick with. There's something
positions from Pol Espargaro. That advantage of 1.8 seconds over Bagnaia. 4 to go for the Australian.
And still, a pair of them. Just such an emotional victory. And the best stories of
really
all in sport are when someone...
What did we say yesterday when he got on the front row? You cannot keep a good man down for too long. He gets 2016 when he was part of the Kuwait. Now if you're a Yamaha and a Fabio Quartararo fan, comfortably inside the top 3 until about lap 17 or 18.
It's looking
not even
like
in the top 10.
It's looking like he's going to pick. Difficult to see anything of interest information-wise on the front and the rear tyres there. Now at the front of this one, the gap has come down, and there's still imagine. I mean, I don't know what time it is over in Oz at this moment in time, but guys, I'm probably through the roof.
Peter and Sonia fire up the barbecue. Get the sun on fire here in Spain.
It's not over though. The gap's now under a second. Pecco Bagnaia, remember, also nervous last lap.
It should be a rider of Jack's talent and his experience. It should be a Bagnaia.
What a 0.2 in the last sector as Jack Miller, and as we rounds turn 13, he's got 4. Jack Miller taking this fantastic victory. What a moment this would be.
Well, he's called through. They're all so nervous down in that side of the factory Ducati garage. Jack Miller about 4th
guy to take victories. You have to when you're a factory rider. It's been a long wait since Assen. Twilling. He looks so calm. I can't believe how calm he looks. But it's just half a lap left now for Miller.
Palms down under right now in Australia.
I've got to be honest, Matt.
Deep into the night there on Sunday evening.
Means to him.
Miller into the famous Jerez Amphitheatre for the final time on the last lap. And the moment of his Grand Prix career. He's on course to become Australia's latest motor and victory. Forget about Bagnaia's live heart rate. What about Jack Miller's? What about the Miller family back in Australia? Here in Spain, Jack Miller.
Aussie! He's done it! Miller wins in Lunium, in Australia as well. Get the national anthem ready and get the beers out. What a day! Mir and Aleix Espargaro 6th, Vinales 7th, Marc Marquez a great top 10.
And what on earth happened to Fabio Quartararo? He finished 13th. We'll digest that one later. Take nothing away though from the brilliant.
A more popular rider in the paddock. You'll see everybody pulling out of their garages to congratulate this Matt. I thought that Jack might have something for a top 5 here today. Yesterday,
question: what on earth happened to Fabio Quartararo? Well, more importantly, what happened to the package underneath him? Race win He's lost the World Championship lead to boot as well. 2 points now behind the man who leads for the Factory Ducati team. Their first win here in 15 years.
There you go. Look at this. That's great to see.
Yeah.